everyone, Cincy Nerd here. I'm in the Nerd Bar, and I got another big mother-frickin' weekly haul here. So big that I want to separate it into 3 different videos. And this one's going to be all Marvel Legends, as you can see here. I have some loose Marvel Legends that I picked up. And I have the entire Kingpin wave, which I am going to unbox, showcase, and build that big SOB Kingpin and show you how he looks. I'm so freaking excited for that. This is part 1. Part 2, G.I. Joes. I have some loose G.I. Joes. I have some carded G.I. Joes. Transformers. I have some vintage reissue Transformers. I have some Siege of Cybertron Transformers. And I got a big frickin' combiner to share with you. I've got, this is still part 2. Part 2 is going to be a frickin' crazy ass episode. I got 5 Masters of the Universe Classics. 5 new Motu Classics figures. And then I got 1 lonely WWE Elite figure. Third part of this ridiculous weekly haul. 2 Mezcos. 2 third-party 12-inch scale figures. And 1 SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball Z figure. So I got my work cut out for me here. I got some videos to shoot here. So first things first. I bought some figures. I traded. Did I buy or trade? I don't remember. I think I trotted. I think it was with Toy Bills. My buddy Toy Bills. And I think we had a trade. I don't remember right now. Because I'm filming this at the end of a Monday. And I got a lot of stuff done today. And I can't remember. But there was a transaction of some kind with Toy Bills, and I got Green Goblin. This is the newish Green Goblin Marvel Legends. I got him. I got Electro, Spider-Woman. I got Iceman, who just fell down on me. I got the modern Iceman, Bobby Drake. Bobby Brown. I got, I don't know why I did that. I got Kitty Pryde with Lockheed on her shoulder. It would have been cool if they did like a little phasing deal with her, like make her arm look translucent. I don't know. How can you simulate phasing? I don't know. Maybe make like a brick wall or something accessory that can like go around her arm so it looks like her arm is going through. I don't know. I got this one right here. This is a Marvel Studios Avengers. I think this is a Mark 7 Iron Man figure for $5 at Walmart. This was on clearance. Could not pass this up. The other figure that they had, which I was considering getting, was Spoiler from DC Multiverse. Also $5. If they had that frickin' Harley Quinn figure for $5, I absolutely would have bought that, but they did not. They only had the Spoiler. But I got this guy, $5. And let's go through this Kingpin wave inbox one by one, and then I'm going to open them all up, and then I'm going to build Kingpin. I got Night Thrasher, leader of the New Warriors, for those of you that watched that comic book. For those of you that read that comic book in the 90s, New Warriors was a pretty cool comic book, and he was the leader of New Warriors. I got Puma, who's like an 80s, it started as a villain, I think, and they became like a... What are you doing, dude? My dog's down here with me. Willie's down here, and he's sniffing around, and he always makes me nervous when he's sniffing around. Okay. He's laying down. Always makes me nervous when he's sniffing around, because I'm wondering if he's sniffing around for a place to take a crap. Because he's crapped inside the house a couple times before, and right before he did that, hey, don't do that. The other thing he does, which I just had to chastise him for, and he's staring at me now, I wish I could show you this, is he chews on his freaking toe pads. Like he has, like, he'll like run around outside and like cut his toe on like a piece of gravel, and then he'll have like a little cut on his finger. So imagine if like we were running around and we like cut our toe, and then it bothered us so much we just started gnawing on our freaking feet. That's what this dog does. I love you, dude. I love you. But you're a freaking loony bin. Where was I? He's a cool looking figure though, and I'll show you this one out of package. He is cool looking. This is the Symbiote Spider-Man. For those of you that have read the most recent Dan Slott Amazing Spider-Man run, this was a thing. Peter Parker the symbiote joined Peter Parker again, and he had kind of a different look to him. He wasn't quite Venom. He wasn't quite the classic black Spider-Man that we've seen from like the 80s and 90s. He had like a little different look to him, which I thought was kind of cool. Surprised they did a figure for this, considering I think it only lasted like maybe 1 or 2 issues, but definitely a cool look. An easy figure for Hasbro to do because it's basically just a repaint. This one, I'm super freaking happy for. Red Goblin. Again, Dan Slott's recent run on Amazing Spider-Man, if you read the comic books. This guy right here is what would happen, and this did happen in the comic books, but this guy joined with the frickin' Carnage symbiote and became this guy. How awesome is that? It would have been frickin' awesome if he came with a glider, because I think he had a glider in the comic book, if I can remember correctly. I think he had a glider, but maybe I can use this one. He's got a big tail. That's something that a lot of people that have reviewed this figure don't like, is the big frickin' tail, but I'm excited for it. I think it looks awesome. And then we got Black Cat. This is a new looking Black Cat for those of you that read the Dan Slott. I'm referring to the Dan Slott run a lot for Amazing Spider-Man. She becomes like one of the big criminal bosses in New York City. It's weird. A lot of this wave is like characters that only appeared for a couple issues, 3 issues, in a very recent run of Amazing Spider-Man. So kind of odd. And then we got Silver Sable. She's pretty awesome. I like her. I'm going to open these up. I'm going to do a quick showcase. I'm going to show you these things up close. And I'm going to build Kingpin. Let's do it. Alright, I got the entire wave unboxed. And I got to say, I'm pretty impressed with this wave. Even the figures that I wasn't entirely excited about, I do like. But let me show you these things up close. So the first one is Red Goblin. Let me show you this guy. He looks really awesome. I like this one a lot. I think this was the one that I was most excited about when I first saw pictures of this wave. And here is his gigantic devil-like tail. And it is a large tail. It doesn't appear to be articulated. So it kind of helps him with balance and whatnot. But I do wish, again, that they had included a glider for him. But I do like the figure a lot. And I think he's probably still one of my favorites from this wave. Here is Black Cat. But there she is. She's got that belt that wraps around her. Kind of cool. Looks like a tail. But pretty good. Not too bad. I like the fact that they went with the flat feet. Because the first Black Cat, while I do like that figure more and I like that outfit more, it's hard to stand her without falling. This one, very, very easy to stand her because it's got the flat feet. The initial Black Cat, they did like a kind of like a heel or a wedge look for her feet. But this one works a lot better. So there is Black Cat. Here is Silver Sable. Let me show you her up close. I like her a lot. She's very, very cool. I like the paint on her. The silver that they used. And I'm glad they did use like a metallic paint on her. Suits her very well. Comes with these 2 guns, and you can see that there's like a metallic paint finish on the guns. They do shine. Pretty cool. And I do like her as a character. It looks like one of her little leg things fell down already. I gotta push that back up. It's like Cyclops all over again. These little leg things, they don't glue them in place, so they always fall down if you touch them in the slightest. But there is Silver Sable. This is probably my least favorite figure in this wave, and I still kind of like it, just because I liked when that happened in the comic book itself. But here is the symbiote Spider-Man when Venom joined again with Peter Parker. I like how his eyes have that going on, how they're kind of like, they protrude from the head. Kind of like that. It's kind of a cool look. And he's got the venomish feet and the venomish, like, clawed hands there. But there is the symbiote Spider-Man. And he does come with the 2 Kingpin heads. Pretty cool. Serious one and snarling. And then the previous figures, arm and cane, leg. And then this gigantic torso comes with this guy here, Puma, who I was the least excited for because, quite honestly, he's kind of an irrelevant character in the comic books. But I just think this figure turned out really, really well. I like it a lot. Mine has a little bit of extra plastic there on the chin, but I like the way the hair looks. The teeth look cool. Face sculpt looks awesome. I like the nose. See, like cat-like nose. This one just turned out really well. And this is the one that really surprises me, because I do like this figure a lot. This might actually be like my second favorite figure in this wave. I don't know. Again, I just opened these, but this one just really surprised me. So there is Puma. And last but not least, leader of the New Warriors, Night Thrasher. The thing that kind of confused me a bit on this one, you could see he has like a very, very glossy finish on his feet, calves, upper body, arms, and even that part of his head that's not red. But this right here, his upper thighs, not glossy. So it's kind of strange that they didn't use that gloss on the upper part of the thighs, but everywhere else. It doesn't bother me. It's something that I noticed. So he comes with these little two billy clubs that connect, just like Daredevil has, but this one is painted black. Comes with a skateboard, and he comes with this little back piece here that I attached, which can hold the skateboard. So this one's a cool figure. I do like it. It's very simple, but I think it looks good, and it's cool that I now have a figure from the comic book New Warriors. It'd be cool if they did like a Speedball, Namorita. There's a couple characters from New Warriors that I kind of liked. I used to read that comic book in the 90s, so it's kind of cool to see one of those characters in figure form. But I'm going to go ahead, get on the other side of this bar, and build this Kingpin now, and show you this thing up close. First things first, I like being on this side of the bar. I like filming this angle. I used to film pretty much all my videos at the Nerd Bar from this angle, and this is going to be one of the things that I miss a lot about this house. If you didn't watch my last video, I am moving to a new house. I'm not sure if I'm going to have a bar there, but I will have a nerd space. I'm just not sure what it's going to look like yet, but I'm going to miss this. This is awesome, having an actual bar in my basement here. But anyway, I got the pieces for this Kingpin here. I'm going to put this sucker together now. I got to make sure that I put the legs on the right side here. And let me go ahead and do that right now. So we have a torso, and connect his arm. And I just noticed he's got a little ring on his finger there. I did not notice that before. Other arm. So I am very, very excited for this Build-A-Figure because I really, really like the character of Kingpin. I like the fact that he has such a broad range across comic books. And what I mean by that is the fact that he is currently the main guy in Daredevil because he became mayor of New York City, and I read Daredevil. He's also in Killmonger, which is a fantastic miniseries. If you're not picking up Killmonger and you are relatively interested in the character from Black Panther, get that series. It's beautifully drawn. And Kingpin and Bullseye are actually in that comic book. So check that comic out. It's really awesome. I really like Killmonger. And then obviously Kingpin is also in Spider-Man comic books too. So I just like how he's just a dude. I loved him in Into the Spider-Verse. He's just a freaking badass dude. He's menacing. I like Kingpin a lot. So I'm putting on the straight-faced look first. Oh, he looks freaking cool. Here is Kingpin. He's a big boy. And what's funny about that face is, for those of you that have watched the Daredevil Netflix series, I kind of see Vincent D'Onofrio in that face sculpt there. I don't know if they did that on purpose. I don't know if the sculptors kind of used his face kind of like as a basis or as a model, but I kind of see D'Onofrio in that face, and that's freaking cool. So here he is. Oh, this is such a cool figure. And here is his cane. I guess he can hold his cane like in the palm like that if you want. For me, I'm going to have it just like that. And that is awesome. So let me do one more thing. I'm going to pop off this head and show you the snarling, menacing look. This is definitely a contender for top 10 of the year for me. I know it's only February now, but and there's been a lot of figures that have come out, a lot of figures that I've bought. But yeah, I mean, this is just so freaking cool. So there's the snarling face sculpt. The teeth showing. Just a really cool figure. Let me show you a size comparison here. So here is Green Goblin. Let me see if I could get them on the same. So there you go. He's a big figure. He's not as big as I thought he was going to be, but he's definitely a big figure. And he's bigger than that previous Toy Biz version, which is very important there. So I absolutely recommend this figure. I was originally just going to buy the Red Goblin and then buy this from like eBay or from someone that didn't really care for the Kingpin. But I am glad that I picked up this entire wave. I do like these figures a lot. Again, the weakest one in my personal opinion, you might not agree with me, but the weakest one is the Symbiote Spider-Man, and I still kind of like that one. So definitely recommend this wave, awesome Build-A-Figure, so freaking cool. So he doesn't have an ab crunch, he's got a swivel on the upper chest, he's got single jointed elbows, he's got wrist articulation, single jointed knees, they do swivel though, swivel in the upper thigh, and very little rocker in the feet, but they do kind of tilt in. So there's a overview on the articulation, but again, this is awesome. Very much enjoy this figure. That's it for this video, this portion, part one of my weekly nerd haul. I think I'm going to make this a thing, because I seem to pick up at least something once a week. It's generally not this ridiculous and this big, but a lot of stuff dropped at the same time. I had some credit at some stores, and I was able to pick all this stuff up. So check out part two. That's coming up. Again, Transformers, G.I. Joe, Masters of the Universe Classics, and a WWE Elite figure. Also, if you're on Facebook, I did create a new group, community, called the Nerd Bar. So check that out if you're interested. It is at facebook.com/groups/the Nerd Bar. So check it out. Join up. It's fun. We do different stuff in there. We did a discussion thread on Super Bowl commercials, which was fun. Did a discussion thread on the Royal Rumble. And then we've also got some stuff planned for Toy Fair. So just some, it's different. I'm trying to keep it a little different. I don't want it to be an exact clone of, you know, some of the other toy groups that you're part of. I want to do some different stuff in there. But please do join up. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. Marvel Legends, still love them, still collect them. X-Men, Spider-Man, my jam. But that's it for now. Adios until the next episode, and I'll see you then.